So, where I got a lot to unpack today in a short period of time. Okay, so I do Zoom meetings almost every day of every week with you guys. And it's one of my favorite things to do. But the thing that bothers me the most, that's a real turnoff, is sort of the same thing that's a real turnoff to you. It's having to be reminded of why something is not working the way that you want it to be, like hearing it over and over and over again, and being reminded of why something's not working properly is extremely annoying, right? It's not like you don't know, okay? But it all comes back to the same reason why something's not working the way that you want it to work. And it has to do with your strategy or your system for actually growing a business. So write this down on your notepad here. And I'm going to take you guys down. I'm going to show you this right here. Okay. So write this down. If you are really into like scaling up a business, okay, going from where you are now to a real business that works without your involvement in the sales process all the time, and it makes you a good high 6-7-figure net income or more, and it's predictable. You got a really good group of people there, all those great things we talk about. If that's something you really want to do, then you have to become a person, a leader that knows how to run a business, but also knows how to build one. Okay, business building is very simple, but people who've never built one before, they get it wrong a lot. But the people who have built successful businesses never get it wrong again. Okay. And the simple reason is because there's failure in the building it the first time. Okay. So the point I'm making there is that none of us here have to work hard to build the business. There's already a formula and a process for building any business at all. Okay. So I'm going to give it to you guys straight. Most startup companies spend the majority of their time laying out their plan, figuring out something that works, all right, that the marketplace likes. That's the big part of a startup's money, is they have to bring in people and they got to figure out what the marketplace responds to. And then they work on getting their product or service or whatever it is tight, and then they scale up. But the building of the business is easy for them. And the reason is because if you're getting public money or you're getting an equity firm coming in and backing your business, then the equity firm and the people that are giving you money, the investors, they want to know the plan. They want to know that you're following a proven written process for building the business. And all of these investors that are part of equity firms and Wall Street, they know how every startup and every business should be growing itself, should be building. They all build the same way. So for real estate agents who don't have the oversight, where you're getting investor money or private equity firms or people coming in and pumping capital into you, okay, you try to go it alone. And let's face it, the Craig Proctor system, even though it says Craig Proctor system, still is looked at by too many people in it as a coaching program. And it's not. It's not. And the success that I've had with it has, even though I'm a really good coach, I want you guys to understand is because I'm rigid on the process and the plan. Okay. The plan and the process. And I always take people right back to the plan. Okay. So if you are into this thing now and you guys are adamant about setting up a business that works without a real business, makes you a lot of money and makes your life better and really changes the landscape in your marketplace and all those cool things that you want a business to do, then you've got to begin to work from a written, printed plan. And you have to have a process for implementing the plan, period. So I was talking to Nathan. He may be on. Rachel might be on. I don't know. I'm not looking at everybody's list who's on the meeting right now. I was talking to Nathan Clark the other day. And let me tell you where it came about. Okay. So Craig was on a Zoom meeting with Nathan. If you guys can like lean and pay attention, what I'm going to tell you right now is profound. It'll change your life. Craig Proctor was on a Zoom meeting with Nathan Clark. Okay. And Craig takes Nathan to the coaching site and shows Nathan Clark, something on the coaching site. And I think they were looking at the buyer letters, the letters that you would send out to seller prospects in the marketplace on behalf of your buyer, where it's like, hey, I'm a buyer, I'm looking for a home in the area, and, kind of like your house. And, so if you're thinking about selling, would you call my agent, Nathan? So this is Craig telling me this. And then later I caught up with Nathan on it. And so Craig is showing Nathan, and Nathan basically indicated to Craig that he had never seen it before. And now this is just a few weeks ago. I'd never seen it before, didn't know it existed, blah, 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 whatever it might be. Okay, so Craig is telling me this, and it wasn't in the context of Nathan anything. It was more in the context of everyone. Okay, and so I caught up with Nathan, and I said, look, when you get together with your leadership team, when you guys get together on a leadership team meeting, I sort of know your agenda that you follow, but when you guys get together, you know what you're doing. You're implementing ideas. You guys look at each other, you identify the issues and things that you have in your business, and you basically you saw something, or you heard something, or you were told something, and then it becomes an idea implementation business. You're not working from a plan, a written, printed plan, because if you were, the buyer letter is actually in the direct mail section in the plan. And I went on to tell Nathan, and it's part of the split testing mechanism in the direct mail stuff that you're already implementing. So this is why I know you're not, quote, copying and implementing from a written, printed plan. And he said, yeah, it explains a lot. Our business is not where we want it to be right now, blah, 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 on and on. I was like, hey, look, dude, you're not the only one. Okay. The vast majority of Craig Proctor peeps implement ideas. They get on a marketing clinic, right, Andrea? They get on a marketing clinic, they hang up from the marketing clinic, and they try to implement what they think they heard. They're not working.
Absolutely.
They're not working from a printed blueprint. So the best analogy I could come up with on this to help everyone was if you were building a house, as you can see on the screen. All right. If you were building a house, you would be obsessed with, let me repeat, obsessed with the blueprint, the design, the plans to build the house. And your job as the builder is to go and replicate those written plans into an existing standing thing that someone's going to pay you for. It's the best analogy I get. You'd be obsessed with it. And down to the specific inch on the plan. Okay. That's how it works. Okay. You would have meetings with your subs and contractors. You would spend as much time inside the plan and mapping out and time blocking for implementing what's on the plan than you would actually doing the work. That's what a builder does. He's not swinging any hammers and nails and holding boards up and all that kind of stuff. And this, my friends, I believe is the majority of your issues. And the reason is because when I talk to you and I see the emails that you guys send around to each other, it's obvious you're not working from a blueprint.